What's up, guys? How you doing tonight? It's Crispy Reviewer here. It's Chris, and I am doing a review on the Proporta Soft Feel Silicone Case, double layered protection. Um, this was sent to me for reviewing purposes by Proporta, so I just want to start off by saying, Proporta, thank you so much for this case. It is greatly appreciated, and it was very generous of them to send this out. So just want to start off by saying thank you to them. Um, So yeah, I'll just go over the outside of the box real quick. Purporter right here, and they have this little cool little tag here. I don't know, not really doing anything, but it's just cool. Nice detail. Little felt fabric tag, whatever. Down here, soft feel silicone case, double layered protection. Apple 2G iPod Touch. Then on the back, no real info, just soft feel silicone case. Same thing as on the front. Purporter on the back, and see more at proporta.com. And then down here is just their little where you can find them at and all that stuff. So just going to crack this open. How this packaging opens, they do like a magnet type of thing, and just opens up like that. So no knife needed to cut through all these hard packaging. So that really is customer friendly. Just a nice little packaging to get in there. And I'll zoom in. Just really cool attention to detail. They've got these little armadillos on the inside. You can see them there. Just pretty cool. Just their own little logo they put all throughout the box. Just, I guess, so when you see a Proporta product, you see the armadillo, you know it's Proporta. Just a pretty cool idea. So onto the case. As you can see, Proporta right here on the back. And just like the title of the case says, it is a double layer protective case. So it is a two-piece case. There you see it right there. I'm going to throw this on, tell you how to throw it on, and talk a little more about it. Just to tell you guys, I do have the bodyguards front and back on here right now, so it is going to be a little bit of a tight fit into here, but it does fit. It's just a little tight, but it's fine. So to get this on, what you want to do is throw the bottom side in first. Just make sure your home button gets lined up, and then push these edges all the way down, just like that, and then pull over. See, what this case does, it covers the whole black part here over the home button and the whole black part up here. So it actually is kind of tricky to get this on. You sort of have to really pull kind of hard to get over that. But it's good because it does have protection. And then I'm going to zoom in real quick just to show you. Alright, that sounds good. Okay, so this is the case, just the first layer, and I'll show you what it sort of looks like. This power button is raised really high here, and so along with the volume rockers, like they're raised pretty high so that they can get through the second layer. And it actually ends out, when you put the second layer on, it does level off really nicely and adds a nice feel to both these buttons. And then these are also raised, so when the second case goes on, you will feel those very smoothly and very nicely. I just want to start off by saying, you could really just rock this by itself. Like if you really wanted to, or like let's say you lost the second piece somehow, you could go ahead and just use this by itself, and it's still a nice case. I mean, you could use this if you really wanted to, which is actually a good deal. So I don't know, just a little bit of info there, I guess. And then the second piece, just same way you got on the first, put the bottom in first, and then pull over the tops and make sure you get your volume rocker and your power button nice and lined up. And then sorta, you see these are raised here, so you gotta sorta push down the second layer over the raised parts to make sure it all sorta, it doesn't really snap into place, but it does, you can definitely tell when it's there. It sorta moves into place nicely. And that's it, guys, okay? So as you can see, the only thing showing when you turn this on is the screen. There's no extra black up here. Everything down here is covered, all the sides, all that is nice and covered. It sort of looks like it's bulging out a little, but that really is just because I have the bodyguards on there, so don't worry about that. So, some detail about the case, I'll zoom in a little. There's the Proporta on the back. You can see the sleep awake button was raised a good amount before, but now totally flat, and that's actually really nice because like when you use your iPod a lot, you know where that is, so you don't really need to go around feeling for the button. So if you know where it is, it's a really nice feel, like, boom. It's really nice. You don't really like get stuck on the button when you're going like this. You can sort of just hold the case however you want. There's no button there to sort of mess you up while you're holding this case. That doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. It's not really popping out, but you can still feel it if you need to get to it, which is good. And it is a very nice and easy click. Okay. Volume rocker, same thing. It was raised a lot without the second layer on, but once you throw the second layer on, pretty much flat. It is a little more raised than the volume, or than the sleep wake button, but so you actually can feel those. And when you click them, it actually feels really nice. I'll demonstrate. Here we go. Just boom, 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 boom. Alright, very easy to press those. So those are the major buttons. On the bottom, it is open basically most of the way. You got nice easy access to the 32-pin adapter for charging and syncing and docking or whatever. And then the headphone jack is nice and open as well. These, you've noticed probably so far, are just, I have no idea. Maybe they were trying to cut back on the amount of silicone, so they just cut holes. I have no idea. Maybe you could throw like a keychain or a lanyard through there. Like, they aren't that big a hole, so I don't even know if you could get a lanyard through there, but possibly like a keychain could go. And so yeah, those are basically pointless. And then these little ridges here just add a nice little feel to the case, a little bit of style as well, because without those there, it'd just be a blank white back. So I mean, maybe those are just there for style too. So you see a little silver, you see a little different shades of white, and you do get a little design. So on the design level for this case, it actually is very very nice. It does look cool. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, this is white, okay? Like, that's a clear, not a clear, this is like a plain white, and then this, as you can see, is like a frosted see-through, okay? So, just to show you what that looks like. So, like, when you have the bottom, if you're looking at the bottom, hold on. It's like this is white, and then you get like a see-through sort of white. So the two colors really mesh really nicely and make it have a really cool color design. So that actually is a plus for this case's design. The home button is covered, but it actually presses really nicely. I really like the feel of how this presses down. As where the Switch Easy Colors has the little raised jelly bean thing, as they call it. It's sort of raised, a little awkward to press, but this feels really nice to press. They got the little raised, the square in the inside is raised. It's hard to show, but it is raised, so you can feel it, and it actually feels really good pressing down. Protection-wise, great. Actually, really nice protection. I mean, the first layer is pretty thick. I'll zoom in a little on that. Here's like how thick the first layer is. Like, that's a good amount, and it's really tight. If you guys watched my Switch Easy Colors video, you saw that the bottom, I was complaining that it was like raised and it wasn't really flat down. But this, totally flat across the bottom, which I love. I love it when it's really nice and snug and tight. This does look raised, but that's just because of the bodyguards, guys. When I had that off, it was totally flat. Up here, flat as well, and you can see the thickness there as well too. That's pretty nice. I have a nickel here. I'll do a nickel comparison. That's exactly the same thickness as a nickel. So I mean, if you have a nickel sitting next to you, that's how thick the silicone is, just for the first layer on this. And then the second layer adds even more protection. It is thinner. I mean, it's not that thick. It's pretty thin silicone for the second layer, but this is a very nice protective silicone case. Like, mostly silicone cases, just sort of there. This does add protection and does add, I guess, just protection to the case. The lay on the table is very good because, like I said, the nickel thickness of this, when you lay it down, the screen's not even close to touching because every part of this is covered, so that's not touching at all. Well, it's not really a bad thing. It's sort of what most silicone cases are. This is a lint catcher, definitely. You could throw this in and out of the pocket. You get major pocket lint up around this area, but what do you expect? It's a silicone case. You got to be ready for that when you get that. So, honestly, for a silicone case, this is really nice. I was actually kind of surprised. I thought this would be some little cheap little silicone case, but this is a very nice case. I like it a lot, and you can pick this up at Proporta.com for $14.95, but that's like euros, I think. So it might be a little more in American money or whatever. So $14.95 euros. If you want to convert that, you can. And they also come with one in like all black, I think, or even a black and white one. So if you bought like the black version, you could also switch around the colors, like put the black down here and the white or the clear outside, or the white down here and the black outside. So you can really do some cool color combinations with this as well, sort of like the Switch Easy Rebel. So that's the basic review for this case. I definitely like it. This is a really nice case. Go pick this one up, guys, at Proporta.com. And still waiting for my core case to come and my music skin. So guys, I'm sorry, I really am, but once the core case gets here, I'm doing the giveaway. So please just stay patient. It is coming. Hopefully, the next unboxing video you see will be the core case. All right. So that's it. That's the Proporta soft feel silicone case, double layer protection. That's it, guys. It's me, Crispy Reviewer. Have a good night.